Ivan of Medjugorje received a heavenly message. The Virgin will be compelled to intervene. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss similar videos. Ivan, a simple and devoted man, was taken by surprise one calm and serene night when he received an extraordinary message from above. The stars shone brighter than ever, as if they were trying to convey something profound and mysterious. While Ivan prayed in silence, a divine light illuminated the room, and a celestial presence appeared before him. It was the Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, with a loving and concerned gaze. "My son," Mary began in a soft, melodious voice, "I must communicate a crucial prophecy to you. The world will face times of great tribulation. Devastating earthquakes will shake the earth, and many lives will be in danger. But you, Ivan, have been chosen to spread this message to humanity. You must warn the people of the world and prepare them for what is to come." The Virgin Mary revealed to Ivan that the earthquakes would especially strike 5 nations: Italy, Spain, Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil. These catastrophic events will serve as signs of the need for a profound spiritual transformation in the hearts of humanity. Each nation will experience the power of nature in an unforgettable way. In Italy, Mary says, the earthquakes will destroy cities and historical monuments as a sign of the fragility of human constructions before divine power. In Spain, a nation rich in culture and tradition, foundational structures will be shaken, leading residents to seek refuge in faith. Mexico, a vibrant and lively country, will feel tremors that will not only shake the ground but also touch the souls. In Argentina, the earthquakes will rattle the plains and mountains, highlighting the importance of unity and solidarity. Finally, in Brazil, a land of diversity and natural beauty, the force of nature will reveal itself as a call to preserve the environment. Ivan listened attentively, his heart tense but determined. He knew that this message was crucial for saving many lives. The Virgin Mary continued her explanation of the necessity to intervene in these prophesied events. It was not just about the earthquakes themselves, but also about hearts hardened by sin and indifference. "My intercession," said Mary, "is vital because humanity has forgotten divine love and mercy. Hearts are dominated by selfishness and corruption, especially under the influence of 2 world leaders who have caused great disorder. These leaders are blinded by power and greed, leading their nations to the abyss." The identities of the 2 world leaders involved in the prophecy were revealed to Ivan by Mary. Even without mentioning their names, the descriptions provided were enough to identify the key figures responsible for global conflicts and tensions. One was a highly influential political figure known for his incendiary speeches and divisive decisions. The other was a military leader whose thirst for power had brought his country to the brink of war. Mary stated, "These men have distorted the values of their people and driven them away from divine light. Their actions have contributed to global instability and the suffering of many. However, know that my intercession is not aimed at punishment but at salvation. My heart is full of compassion for all of God's children, and I wish to lead them to redemption." Ivan felt the weight of the message's importance and the responsibility bestowed upon him. The Virgin Mary reassured him, explaining that his intercession would be marked by signs and miraculous appearances in various parts of the world. These events would remind people of the divine presence and the urgency to return to a life of prayer and righteousness. "Ivan," said Mary, "go forth and spread this message. Warn the people to prepare themselves spiritually and physically, strengthen their faith, and support one another during these difficult times. I will be with you every step of the way, guiding open hearts toward salvation." Ivan began his mission, traveling to different nations and sharing the words of the Virgin Mary. He spoke in public squares, in churches, and through the media, warning of the imminent danger and the importance of reconnecting with faith. His words resonated deeply in the hearts of many, inspiring hope and determination. In Italy, groups began to gather in fervent prayer, seeking protection and encouraged by a renewed spirit of solidarity. In Spain, communities united to help one another, revealing a rediscovered bond. In Mexico, devotion to the Virgin of Guadalupe has significantly increased, bringing comfort to many faithful. In Argentina and Brazil, Ivan's words inspired concrete initiatives to protect people and the environment. From a historical and cultural perspective, Marian apparitions have always held a special place in Christian spirituality. From the early recorded apparitions in the Middle Ages to contemporary manifestations, the Virgin Mary has often chosen times of great turmoil to appear, bringing messages of hope, repentance, and transformation. Each apparition is marked by a unique context, reflecting the spiritual and social needs of the time. For example, the apparitions at Lourdes in the 19th century occurred during a time of great uncertainty in France, while those at Fatima took place during a period of global upheaval in the early 20th century. These events profoundly influenced the culture and faith of local communities, strengthening Marian devotion and inciting acts of collective faith. When it comes to global and community reactions, it is fascinating how the messages of Marian apparitions resonate around the world. Each culture responds with its own traditions and expressions of faith, yet they all share a deep sense of urgency and preparation. In Europe, communities frequently gather for prayer vigils, processions, and pilgrimages, seeking spiritual connection and strengthening their faith. In Latin America, Marian apparitions are often woven into colorful and vibrant celebrations, testifying to a living and deeply rooted faith. In Asia and Africa, the Virgin's messages are received with great fervor, inspiring movements of spiritual renewal and community solidarity. Everywhere, Marian apparitions remind believers of the need to prepare spiritually and respond to divine calls with faith and dedication. Personal testimonies play a vital role in understanding and experiencing the impact of the messages that Ivan received. These stories testify to how the words of the Virgin Mary have touched and transformed many lives. For instance, there is Anna, a mother in Italy, who experienced a profound spiritual renewal after hearing Ivan's warnings. Her prayers became more fervent, and she found new strength in her faith, comforting her children and inspiring her community to come together in prayer. There is also Miguel, a young man in Spain, whose doubts and confusion were dispelled by the Virgin's messages. He decided to dedicate his life to helping others, creating support programs for those in need. These stories show how the Virgin's messages are not just distant prophecies, but personal calls that resonate deeply in people's hearts, pushing them towards spiritual transformation and concrete action. Theologically and spiritually, it is crucial to understand the depth of the messages received. Mary's intercession, as Ivan highlights, is much more than a simple request for prayer. In Catholic tradition, she plays a central role as a mediator between humanity and God. The messages of the Virgin Mary are not merely warnings but calls to a sincere return to faith and righteousness. They remind the faithful that Marian intercession is a means of obtaining divine mercy and strengthening spiritual ties. The prophecies are not frightening predictions but opportunities for humanity to prepare and draw closer to God. They encourage deep introspection and inner transformation, guiding the faithful toward a richer understanding of their own faith and the role of the Virgin in their spiritual lives. To prepare ourselves for the foretold times of tribulation, it is essential to adopt concrete spiritual actions that can transform our lives and strengthen our communities. First and foremost, regular prayer practice is fundamental. Prayer not only connects us to God, but also strengthens our spirit and faith, preparing us to face challenges with spiritual resilience. Moments of daily meditation, devotional prayers, and participation in Mass or prayer groups can deeply nourish our souls and ground us in inner peace. At the same time, charitable institutions play a crucial role. Helping others, whether by supporting those in need or participating in humanitarian actions, helping or simply offering a listening ear and support to those in difficulty is a tangible way to live out our faith. These actions are not just occasional gestures, they must become an integral part of our daily lives, transforming how we are and live in community. Community initiatives, such as creating support and solidarity groups or organizing events to strengthen social ties, are also essential. These initiatives build networks of mutual support, where everyone can contribute to collective strengthening, providing refuge and assistance in times of need. Reflecting on human nature, it is crucial to recognize our current condition, a humanity often marked by division, conflict, and a lack of compassion. The need for internal change is imperative. This change begins with honest introspection and a willingness to transform our hearts and minds. We must cultivate values of justice, empathy, and solidarity, striving to build a more just and loving world. We are called to transcend our personal interests and embrace a broader vision of the common good. By developing a deeper awareness of our interconnectedness and responding to the needs of others with sincerity and compassion, we can help create a more harmonious and supportive society. This pursuit of a fairer world is not simply a distant ideal, but a daily aspiration that manifests through our actions, choices, and commitment to fundamental human values. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like on this video, and express your thoughts and requests to the Virgin Mary in the comments. Let's strengthen this community of faith and become ever more united against everything that is wrong.